Hello and welcome. I'm Bimbo Oloyede. Tonight, INEC restates its preparedness to conduct the general elections next month, says PVC distribution may continue till February 13. Security agencies hold strategy meeting in Lagos towards peaceful conduct of February elections. Federal government optimistic of turnaround in the agriculture sector as AgriFest holds in Abuja. And Saudi Arabia's King Salman pledges continuity as funeral ceremonies for King Abdullah holds in Riyadh.
And on Business News tonight, analysts predict more naira volatility in spite of the central bank's intervention of the interbank market.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has given the assurance that the dates fixed for the general elections next month remain sacrosanct. According to the INEC chairman, Professor Atahiru Jega, INEC is working towards making sure that the polls hold as scheduled, and he told a gathering in Abuja that the commission is prepared to distribute the voter cards up until February the 13th if it becomes necessary. The INEC boss, however, refused to respond to the comment by the National Security Advisor advising the electoral umpire to delay the polls to allow for adequate distribution of the permanent voter cards.
Almighty God, we appreciate you.
If you recall, some people did continuous voter registration up to the middle of December, and we have not yet produced those cards. There are still some that have not been produced, but we are doing everything possible to ensure that before the end of this month, all the cards have been produced and made available for people to collect. We are still advertising and telling people to come out and collect before the 31st of January. But if push comes to shove, we can distribute up to the eve of the election. If it becomes necessary in polling units where it's not being collected, we can distribute up to the 13th of February, but we will cross the bridge when we get to it. So what I'm saying is that we can keep on improving the distribution mechanisms to make it easier to collect. But there is still the big issue, which is that if those cards are available and people do not come to collect these cards, INEC cannot be blamed for that. Will election hold on February 14th? I spoke earlier, I have said so. I have said everything we are doing, including the challenge of the distribution of permanent voters' cards, we believe is something we can address long before February 14th. So I don't know what else anybody wants me to say. We issued a timetable for election on February 14th almost a year ago. And we've been very busy working to implement that timetable to the letter.
As Nigeria's general elections draw close, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Kayode Aderoti, has sent a strong warning to individuals and groups of persons planning to foment trouble during the elections that such plans will be strongly resisted. He was speaking at the State Command after a private meeting with representatives of the military, paramilitary, INEC resident electoral commissioner. Our correspondent, Loretta Chiogo, reports that the police commissioner also asked politicians in the state to be tolerant of each other and plan not to campaign at the same areas and same times.
It's just a few weeks to the big election in Nigeria, and security agencies in Lagos State are getting set for the special duty before them. The police, military, and even the paramilitary agents are coming together again, just like in 2011, with one subject in mind: violence-free polls. After a closed-door meeting that lasted over 1 hour, they settled down to brief journalists. The Commissioner of Police in the state gives the first shot, warning politicians and their parties in the state to desist from allowing miscreants dictate their activities before, during or after the elections.
One thing we need to make very, very clear to good people of Lagos State is that we are going to be there during the election day and after the election and even before the election in ensuring that their votes count. We are going to provide all the enabling security backup that is necessary to get that process through. We are going to ensure that we don't tolerate any spoilers during the election day.
Outside security issues, the Lagos INEC resident electoral commissioner, who was part of the private meeting, says if the permanent voter cards are not well handled by voters, they could be rejected by the smart card reader.
I need to advise that we should handle the permanent voters card delicately, sensitively, because if it is cracked, it may not be useful, it may not work on election day. So let's keep them very well and in a way that we store them that do not become damaged or mitigated in any way.
The Lagos security meeting continues on a weekly basis before the elections kick off. Loretta Chiogo, Channels Television News.
The campaign train of the All Progressives Grand Alliance has continued to woo supporters across the state to vote for its governorship candidate, Captain Henry Iheanacho. At its latest stop in Ohaji Egbema local government area, Captain Iheanacho promised the people that if elected governor, his administration will ensure that the development in the oil-producing area will be measurable to the oil derivation proceeds. He also promised to provide good roads, pipe-borne water, and quality health care for the people.
It's been more than 2 weeks of intense campaigning by the All Progressives Grand Alliance governorship candidate, Captain Emmanuel Iheanacho. His team has been traversing the length and breadth of Imo State. This time, the campaign train hit Ohaji Egbema, one of the oil-producing communities. The first stop is the palace of the traditional ruler of Obomadike community, His Royal Highness Eze Sylvester Okwodo. Thereafter, he proceeded to the venue of the rally where thousands of his supporters received him.
We have come here to reclaim what belongs to us. We are tired of being cheated. We are tired of people fighting mediocrity on our people in the name of governance.
He told supporters that the All Progressives Grand Alliance is the only party that has the Igbo people's interest at heart, and if elected as governor, he will create people-oriented policies.
The one that administration that understands that it must make policies that benefit those who are disabled, those who are blind, those who have physical disability. They are sitting over there and cheering. Nobody cares about them. Nobody makes policies for how they can move from one point to the other.
Captain Iheanacho's campaign train also moved to Osu, Oru East and Olu local government areas of the state, wooing the masses and insisting that APGA remains the best platform that can take Imo indigents to the promised land.
Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress governorship candidate in River State, Dakuku Peterside, is taking his campaign to various parts of the state. This time, he was with the people of Ndoni local government area, where he promised to build more schools for them and the entire state. In turn, the APC leaders in the community assured him of the people's votes.
Planning, we are in your area, and of course your other counterparts and colleagues in the River State Executive Council.
These are the people of Andoni local government area of River State. They have gathered here to welcome the All Progressives Congress governorship candidate, Dakuku Peterside.
Dakuku, Dakuku, you say my governor, my governor. Dakuku, Dakuku!
One after the other, party leaders speak to the crowd on the party's agenda.
From 1 to 111, you get that 85%. That 85% is sure because you are their son. Opopo and Andoni are the same. This is the place we give you the vote.
I want to assure you that in Andoni, it is finished. APC have overtaken everywhere. As you can see, if you can look around the field, this is an evidence that we have taken over.
Then, time for the man of the moment to speak. Peterside had enough promises for the people.
This is an opportunity for Andoni people to tell the whole of River State what? Thank you. Thank you. By the special grace of God, 4 years ago, you sent me to the House of Representatives. Is that correct? Did that disappoint you? Did that disappoint you? Did we not send Andoni children overseas every year? Did you not build bridge at Uyada? Did you not build jet at Oronija? Did you not build schools in Andoni? When we become governor, we shall do more.
The APC governorship candidate, however, says one way to ensure all pending projects in the state are completed is to vote him in.
In part two, after the break, Vice President Sambo launches the Makurdi-Port Harcourt rail line. Do stay with us.